Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bob Cage, and I'm one of your hosts, Terry, and...
I am Jim, the other host.
I am Jim, and Jim is not AI. We did AI in the previous podcast, but we are talking about, does it matter anymore if your stuff gets stolen? Digital stuff gets stolen.
Isn't it funny? How is your Spanish?
Not very good.
I know, because mine doesn't exist. And my girlfriend's Spanish.
Oh, boy.
To the magazine that I've been published in now a couple of times, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Addie and Peachy. It's a Spanish magazine, so I'm the only one, as far as I can see, that's in there both in Spanish and English, my poetry and my music.
Can you tell me the first word of the magazine?
No, I can't. I didn't do that. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this when we're doing this?
Well, I'm just
there you go.
doing it on time.
Can you see that?
Palabre. I put Calabre.
Okay, we're trying to find out the name of the magazine. It's beautiful, isn't it? Glossy, beautiful, glossy magazine. And so the reason we were saying this is because at our particular age and stage, we're saying, I'm not going to sweat that I have someone publishing my stuff and I don't know the details of everything, you know.
Well, the translation is word and skin.
Word and skin.
So language and something visual, I guess.
Oh, isn't that nice? Well, she does have them speak, so it's a good, like, she has videos that she posts online about the poets and stuff. It's going to be kind of hard if she wants me because I don't know any Spanish.
Now, we talked about this, you don't have a copy of whatever it is that you signed that began this process of being a published poet. And our question for at this age and stage is we don't have a career path that we know of in front of us.
Yeah.
You may publish more poems through this Spanish-speaking magazine. Does it matter to you whether they steal and put those words in rabbit quotes?
No, I would hope not. And between you and me, and we're going to have to do some research, I have no idea of the distribution. But there's people from a lot of South American countries that are a part of her magazine.
Is it an Argentinian base?
No, it'd be based in Florida.
Okay, so these people you signed with are in Florida.
Yeah, What happened is when I got together with them, we were just getting together with them. We've known them for 30 years, 25 years anyways. And so we were getting together and just talking and having a good time talking. And Addie pointed out that they have this magazine. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's glossy, very, very professionally done, beautiful Spanish magazine, which is called what again?
Palabre. PL?
No, but in
skin
English.
And words and skin.
Words and skin. So I just mentioned the only song I thought, because it's not a Christian magazine, but they happen to be Christians. So I just said, I wrote a poem called "The Evidence of Nothing," and wow, they just said this is great, and so they wanted to publish it. So I said, okay, why not?
So these are Spanish-speaking people in Florida who are taking a Christian lyric from a Christian song.
Well, it doesn't really. That's why I pointed that one out, because it mentions God, but it could be anybody's God. It's my God in my poem, and so because she said it's not a Christian magazine.
Yes,
it's a magazine, but it's not a Christian magazine. So, anyways, they loved the poem. They published it in English and in Spanish with my nice little picture there with my dreadlocks and my hat on and everything, and so they published that, and then she said we want more. And so my second one has been published. It's a bi-monthly magazine. So now I've got Divine Design that they've you've seen the paper, the hard copy of it. And then she said, do you have the music? And I said, yeah. So they're also posting the music of it that I recorded on their online magazine.
So the song will be included as an audio version.
As an audio version.
Not just
of the
a link
song.
to your YouTube page.
Yeah, they're going to post that. So
that's amazing.
I like that, and you know what? At my age and stage, it's better than nothing. I don't get overexcited about it, and I had even you said, this is good. This is a good thing.
Yeah, of course it is.
And I know my friend Debbie often says, this is a good thing.
Of course it is, and I think if we can't be our own cheerleaders, then I don't know what the point is at this juncture in our life.
Remember though, all the little disappointments you had.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were going to be the Beatles, my band, with my brother Bobby.
Yeah.
We were really, really good. And we did a radio show that never aired. I think it was a $12 dispute. I would have given them the $12. And I'm not sure what the radio station was, but Bob thinks it was Q107.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it was, but that was that.
Big Toronto rock station.
And then out of the blue, they're going to record me for radio. A year later, after I told all my friends I'm going to be recorded, a year later they call me up. All my friends have lost interest.
Of course.
Everybody thinks it's my imagination. I go record it. It's played a couple of times on the radio. That's it. And so when this comes along, I'm not going to be jumping head over heels on anything.
No. I think the time for exuberance and excitement was when we were in our 20s and saw a career path ahead of us. We don't have that at this point in our lives.
No.
It's more water under the bridge and songs written and music recorded at this point in time. And maybe some experiences. You've been on stage. Mm-hmm. I've been on stage. Yeah. It's fun. You hosted a TV show.
You were on it. You were on it. Enter band.
That's right. So, we've had experiences that, might be small and local, but it's still experience, and it's shaped you and I.
Yeah, and I just did a sermon on Sunday, which was, I usually call it a devotional. I don't want anybody to get upset. You're not a real pastor. So, yeah, and you were saying, like, okay, how do you know? How do you monitor that? And a lot of it is just people saying, what you said, really gives me a lot to think about. And I haven't thought that much about it. Another person came up who was hosting that particular service and said, wow, I haven't thought of this since my father told me this, or my grandfather, I think it was, told me this when I was just like a little boy, and then expand on that a bit through the microphone. So you've touched a few things. And so that's one way to find out. Another way is a third party, someone who wasn't there, but who says overheard. To you, I heard you did really well on Sunday. And so I like that. But as I said before, the ways that you don't do too well is
comment on your wardrobe.
Yeah, your wardrobe.
Your tie wasn't quite straight
I've
there, Jim.
I've performed, and I've had someone actually say that. I think, I like your tie. Yeah. And I'd say to myself, just don't say anything, please.
Yes, silence is better.
You didn't like it. And I must point, or they would have said something maybe about it other than the tie.
So to get back to how something went well or didn't go well in your church context is they stop commenting on your wardrobe and comment on specific content.
Yeah, well, you can see people too. There's a wonderful elderly lady that comes, and she's very into it, but her daughters and nieces are there, and they're 50, let's say 50-year-old.
The nieces and
women.
Daughters are 50-some.
Yeah, they're 50-some, and they're really into it, and they let you know after that what you said was important. And I was very nervous putting this one together because I was going to let people in on my imagination a bit, and had to point out in the beginning that I believe in sound doctrine. And when I get to the point of my imagination, this is not sound doctrine, but I'm just going to tell you where my mind goes on what the scene might have been in heaven, that kind of thing.
What's the difference between, I'm going to call it sanctified imagination and doctrine, sound doctrine? What's the difference between
I'm just using your taking liberty in making a conversation between God and Jesus that never,
If what you're saying is based upon the text, then is that not good?
It is good, but I thought I'd best point it out. And not only that, it kills time.
How to fill up 20 minutes in the sermon slot.
But I was very, very, very nervous about it. And lots of times I do get like that. And I know everybody says, you look so calm and collective and everything else. But I do get nervous about it because I do want to do good. And I spend a lot of time praying about it. And I want to be accurate as far as Scripture is concerned. So... And then once it's done, it's the same as when you were with Parable, there's this depression that kind of sits. It's
the post-performance.
The post-performance downer.
Let down.
Yeah. And so you have that to deal with every time, not once,
Yeah.
every single time. And so I prepared. This time I prepared. Sometimes I've winged it. You know, I've just, the pastor can't make it today. Can you say something? And I can wing it. And thanks be to God, I've done it, and it's worked. This time I prepared it.
So which, out of being prepared and spontaneous, which one gives you the most joy, or do you feel most satisfied with?
I think both, if they both come out, if they both work, I feel good about it. And I can tell by just the expressions on some people. I mean, I was blessed that, the Sunday, 2 Sundays before that, the Sunday before I was going to speak, they mentioned that I was going to be speaking, and they gave me an applause. And I went,
wow.
But that put extra pressure on me.
Oh.
Now I got to be good.
You got to stand and deliver.
Yeah, I got to deliver. Yeah.
Ah, well.
So it worked out good, and I don't know where we even got to this, but
I don't know how we got to there, except we are here.
Oh, that I'm published.
You are published, and you're doing preaching as well.
Yeah.
So you're doing all kinds of stuff. The Jim and Terry Show, wandering a bit here. I'm not sure where we're going with our next one. Stay tuned.
Haven't got a clue if we can go.
Though the sweat of my brow and the toil of my hands has got me so far into this promised land.